Welcome to the Sunday Night Live. I'm Mrs. Car Doctor.
And I'm Alex, the car doctor. Welcome, good people.
Hope you guys are having a good Sunday. Okay, it was nice and warm down here in Georgia today.
Yes, nice and warm.
Are you tired?
I was tired of last week. It was a rough one for me, guys. Man, and it wasn't even none of my fault. It's just the woes of owning a business.
What, the woes or the woos?
Woos and woes.
Ah,
Woo! Whoa!
I
Really?
know. Tonight we're answering car questions, and while as you guys come in, drop where you're from and where your name. Say hello. Ask your car questions. And while we waiting on we already got two people in here. Bro, Rick and
Oh, my
Ralph.
brother. What's happening, bro?
I'm telling you, Alan. What's up, Alan? Nice to see you.
Yes. What's going on?
We just had it was a rough week all around for everybody, except me. But when you're down, I feel down.
Yeah.
I be like, oh my baby, what can I do? The
Leroy in the house.
Hey there from Maryland. What's up, thinker outside the box? It's Leroy. Leroy, I know who you are. I was just reading the name on the screen, Leroy.
Yeah,
Hey y'all, Leroy is our kid's swim instructor. And Leroy, I think my toddler is ready to swim, honey. So I'm gonna call you, okay? She ready. She ready.
Gonna reach out.
Life of JR. Sup, Alex and Wifey. What's up, JR?
What's going on, buddy?
Life of JR. I want to see. Do you got a channel? I'm trying to see what
Yeah,
your
let
channel.
us know.
Howdy, I'm Jay, Texas here.
Nice.
I love Texas. Everything is big in Texas. I really want to get me one of them cowgirl hats. You know what I'm talking about?
I got you, sweetie.
Give me one of them. Don't make it a 10-gallon. Give me like a 5-gallon. Grunt Smith says, hey, good evening from South Carolina. David in the house. Cali Taz Alejandro says, thanks for your videos.
Oh, my pleasure. Always a pleasure.
Colonel Buckshot in here tonight. Good evening, kings and queens, checking in from Alabama.
Good old Alabama.
Easy does it. What's up? He said he ready when we are. All right, I got you. Belize City, Belize.
Oh wow.
Central America.
That's part. That's
what's going on. I'm gonna say Dario.
We're gonna be up in Central America 24.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we will be 2024. Pat's Garage. Have you ever swapped a 454 for an 80 to 90 model R30 for 5.9?
No, I have not. I can't say that I have.
I don't know, Pat. What you over there working on? We nosy. Tell us, have you? While we wait on more car questions to come in, like I was saying, it was a rough week for Alex. Just stuff, and this is the reason why he didn't want to start a shop, because he's good at what he does, but we have to be accountable for when employees mess up. And it just seemed like it's been mess up after mess up.
And Lord knows I'm not a transmission guy, and it's just been transmission problem after transmission problem.
Yeah, one guy dropped the transmission or something.
It tipped over because the car, we was changing out an engine, and we dropped everything, separated the engine from the transmission. Now, remind you, I've test drove this car, didn't have any transmission problems going in, and I guess that's the only thing I can think of. One of my guys separated, had it sitting up, it flipped over on its side. All the transmission fluid dumped out all over the floor. Instead of trying to fix it right then and there, he just went to lunch. He was like, man, forget this.
And now we possibly have to pay for this lady a transmission because we can't give it back to her like that. Yeah. She didn't bring it to us.
It had a transmission code. I tried to replace the valve body, and it's not even moving now after replacing the valve body. So I was like, oh.
And then the
I'm gonna show him a picture.
The tech.
It's that same day.
I'm like, and I was already trying to uplift Alex, lift me up. And boom, I get a text message with the doggone windshield crashed. He didn't secure the hood, and it went up. Oh, you zoomed in too much. It went up and smashed the customer's daggone windshield.
Oh, yeah. Okay, it's clear now.
Yeah.
Oh,
now, fortunately for us, the customer is Alex's cousin. So she ain't kicking up too much grief.
Still, though.
But still, it's like WTF. Okay, what is going on?
So, not only it was crappy, it's like, I just want to throw up both.
It's costing money. We're not in here to lose money. We're here to make money. So I don't know. Man. We're gonna have to sit down and talk with this tech come Monday. But anyway, that's the kind
Back
of
on
week.
topic.
Like if Jar said, I'm trying to get into the YouTube game. It would be car-based videos. What are you waiting for, boo?
Man, just film.
Just film stuff.
And the more you do it, the better you get at it.
Go ahead and set your mind for the haters, because it's gonna be some.
Oh yeah.
But then you're gonna have, but just focus on the people that's gonna love it.
We had some friend of ours that the trolls got to them and they didn't want to do it no more.
Can't worry about them trolls, man. Tell them whatever. Bless you. Someone want me to do one. He's talking about that swap. It'll be his first one. I don't know, man. Film it. Let us see.
Yeah.
Let us see.
And make sure that person is patient with you, because it's a swap. It's not like a direct replacement. It's not going to be in and out quick stuff. So you need to sit down and have a conversation with this person.
Set their expectations, honey.
Like, this is a swap, and this engine don't go in here. So you need to explain everything to them. This is going to take some time. I may run into some hurdles. So you just need to have that conversation with them.
Be upfront on what I always say: under promise and over deliver if you can. So good luck on your swap. He says, Alan says, or Leroy, I'm having a smoking problem. It looks like it's coming from the firewall or below it, and it's a burning rubber smell.
He better not be talking about that dang on Explorer.
All right, let us know your year, make, and model. Is it the Explorer that you have? If so, that's the longest running Explorer I've seen.
For real.
Yeah, Leroy, let us know. Ralph is messing with you. Say you're a transmission guy now.
I guess so. I'm plagued with transmission problems.
Pat said he gonna be mad at y'all for putting him on blast. I don't care. Cause he put my pockets on decline. Yep. It'll be. Man. I ain't say no name, but he already know what time it is. Davita says, why does the alternator start at 14:15 and go to 13:12 unless I kill it and restart it, and the alternator has been tested? It's great and it's new.
I'm not sure what vehicle you have, but some vehicles, the computer will regulate the voltage. It's controlled by the computer in most cases, and the computer is probably doing that to it depends on what load you have. It's a lot of things that play with this stuff. So I need to know what vehicle you have so I can, That
don't mean anything wrong with it, right?
No. 13 volt, but 12.
Go to 13 or 12 unless he kill it and restart it, and the alternator has been tested, and it's great.
And it may be running the AC. It may be pulling power from somewhere. It just depends.
Ryan says, hi, Alex. When looking for a used vehicle with higher mileage, is there any way to tell if the vehicle is burning oil?
Yes. Let it sit there at idle for about 5 to 10 minutes. And while looking back at the tailpipe, if you're by yourself or if you have a buddy with you, let it sit there idle. The longer the better. 10, 15 minutes, 5, 10, 15 minutes, don't matter. And have a buddy, or you can get out and with one foot in the car, pat the gas pedal, rev it up, vroom, vroom. And if white smoke come poofing out the back, it's burning oil. You either have valve seal issues or crankcase ventilation problems. Worst case scenario, piston rings. Something's going on with those, the oil control rings.
Mm-hmm. Colonel Buckshot said, damn, time to fire someone. Definitely the topic of discussion come tomorrow. So we're gonna see. It's like, and it's not just that, it's been a string of things. And it's like,
and that same car, the radiator got damaged by that tech, and a transmission speed sensor. So
I don't know. We're going to be talking tomorrow. We're going to have a conversation. And it's like, we are the most understanding, lenient employers there are. But it's like,
it's stressing me out, guys.
And if my man's stressed out and I can't get none,
we
got a problem.
Because he don't have to talk to the customer. I do. And I have to explain to him.
Oh, yeah. The bad review going to come back on him and label him incompetent. So it's kind of like, when you start messing with my pocket and my exercise time, we got Ralph said WTF. Yes, Ralph.
Yes.
You'll see Monday when you come
Yeah,
in.
that's our cousin, bro.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Colonel Buckshot says you can't get no good help anymore, man. But you know what, guys? The new guy we hired, he's
Oh,
fired.
that man
Like,
is the bomb.
his work ethic is
It's
excellent.
amazing.
You know
He's
what I mean?
green, but man, he's like
He got the
the
drive
the
to him.
best green
Right.
I've seen in a long time. He
Ah.
reminds me of me when I was growing up. Just need to be thrown in the right direction and taught the proper protocol, which he's young, he has an open mind, he listens. I told him a trick um um previous job, a previous transmission job or engine job, because he mixed up some screws and one of the long bolts went in the wrong hole. And he was like, something ain't right. I was like, well, you don't mixed up all your screws. This is what you can do next time. You have the old transmission engine out, the new one sitting out. And every time you remove a bolt, go ahead and slap it in its proper place in the new transmission, or have your cardboard cutout. And I seen that man doing it. Just told him one time. It's like,
gotta love
thank
like
you
that.
for listening.
We're here to help you. I don't know, guys.
Some people get stuck in their ways, and I'm like, dude, I told you to do it this way. Stop doing it your way. You keep messing up. And I'm like, I'm tired of talking.
At this point. April says, good evening, y'all. Wow, you guys have had a rough week. Man, we know how those weeks are. I'm telling you. It was like, I don't know, man. It happens though. Like I told him, everything can't be sunshine all the time. It's got to be a little rain.
Just got to keep my head up and push through. My wife make it better for me though.
I try to take care of you. I'm here for you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just when you become a rich man, just let me live.
I got you. You'll be the first one. Did she talking about that alternator with that enclave? Oh my gosh, those things are so funny. Yeah, those things are weird. Did you get the battery checked? And it does matter where you go to get your battery checked, because if you went to Advanced Auto Part, they don't do a proper load test. Their machine won't do a proper load test. Like AutoZone, they have an actual load tester that puts a physical load on that battery. So I would suggest take it there, or have a shop check it out, because most of the time these people are not mechanics. They don't know what they're doing half the time. So get it checked out by a shop, because normally when the battery is a little low or the AC system on, it'll pull down that voltage and make it run about close to 12, 13.
Hope that help you. The lazy
also a dead battery, weak battery.
The lazy 3D says, what would cause a vibration on an 06 Dodge Charger 5.7 Hemi? Transmission was checked out at the training shop and had no issues. Vibration goes away when put in neutral and goes away when driving over 35 miles per hour. Motor mounts?
Not necessarily.
I tried.
Did the transmission shop check the center support for the drive shaft? You may have a drive shaft issue. I know those. Yeah. I know it's 06. I'm pretty sure it still have a center support.
Yeah,
I know the newer ones definitely have a center support. I would look into the drive shaft. Put it in neutral. The drive shaft is still spinning though if you're going in neutral down the highway. I would need more information. Vibration. Yeah, that could be anything.
Maybe send a video if you. No.
Yeah, well, you can.
If you can send a video on Instagram,
I'd be happy to help you more.
Yeah, we'll try to see what
I need to private message you to have you run through some driving procedures, specific driving procedures. I'm like, okay, if it didn't do this here, try this and see if it does it, and I can better,
All right, reach out, DM on Instagram with a video or something. Y'all can talk. He says, different truck, 2001 Ford Explorer Sport.
Man, you love these Explorers.
You love them Explorers, man.
Same engine as the other one, I think.
So it's smoking from the firewall. What could it be?
He could have smell like, what did he say, smell like rubber?
Yeah.
He smelled it inside the car, I'm assuming, or outside. He could have a pulley going bad in the front because a rubber that's like
Belt.
belt related.
Mm.
That's the only thing that's belt related. It smell like rubber.
Man, come through. You live here.
Yeah. Yeah, you can pull up
Yeah,
anytime,
pull up
Leroy.
and let's see. Let's pop the hood and check. Gene says, "What's going on,
Hey,
Gene?
Mr. Gene, how are
Gene, how
you?
about them Falcons, man? I tell you, you know
That's
what?
why I don't
I
watch.
tried to recommit our relationship, but it looking like it ain't working out." Dario says, again from Belize, have you ever thought about putting a Pentastar repair video collection together to sell? I would surely buy that collection. Praise the Father Yahweh. I would love all his secrets. Hey, man, we agree with
That,
you. Thank
that,
God. Thank the Father.
I give that stuff away for free, man. I wouldn't charge
Maybe we
y'all
could
for
put
that.
a list together, a little playlist.
Yeah, I definitely will do that. I'm gonna start
Organizing.
organizing my videos. The only special series I'm gonna be having is probably, babe, we talked about it. What is it? Probably my undercover videos. I'll
Yeah,
talk
but I
more
don't
about
see
that
that
later.
happening right now.
It's not.
No.
It's
I
something
will tell you.
else.
So yeah, we'll organize. Maybe that's a great idea. We can just start doing repair tutorials on the top 5 issues with the Pentastar, put it together as a playlist, and then just put it on there.
Yeah, we can.
And then you can access that for free. So we can start on that. The next Pentastar come in, we'll do it.
Because that's all I work on.
Yeah, for sure.
Work on a lot of Penastars.
A lot of other stuff coming for the channel. I'm currently designing some merch for Alex the Car Doctor. For those of you who wanna get a t-shirt or a mug or a sticker or something, I'm putting it out there. All right, Junior says, will non-ethanol gas make my fuel trim act crazy? I keep getting a P0172 pending code since I changed my fuel to non-ethanol. So 06 Prius Toyota, 415,000 miles.
I haven't heard anything about that. It could be causing it to run funny. I haven't done much research on ethanol versus, ethanol fuel. It's probably something I should read more about, but it shouldn't. But it is a 06, and the computer wasn't advanced like the one in today's computer. Like it can really detect the fuel that's actually in there, like especially the E85, the ethanol. Yeah, it may, it may be causing you some problems because I think it is. Somebody else chime in who knew.
Wow, my mechanics in the chat. Tell us.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about that one. I'm gonna do some research on that one, but it could throw off your fuel trim. I think it will.
Gene says, you got my white Cutlass ready yet?
Man, I keep having to put it on the back burner. I'm working on our family van now. I'm doing some sweet upgrades to it. Because I'm going through the engine. It's a 6-liter LS. If it wasn't for my van, I'd be working on my Cutlass. But we need our van in like 3 months.
Yeah, we're traveling down to catch a cruise ship this holiday season. So I don't want to go down to Florida in the F-250. Even though it'll fit all us, like I don't want to do that.
Yeah, we need.
I need him to fix it so I can ride in comfort and style.
I don't know
because he drive that truck like a bat out of hell. I'm gonna say that right now.
That truck,
and I don't like it. He got these big stupid air horns.
It broke.
Now his horn say, psst. It's just
no, that bro. It
don't even no more. See, I don't want it. I don't want it. Pat Garage, man, what I missed? I had a call. Nothing, Pat. You just answering questions. As y'all come in, if you're new to the chat, put your tell us where you're from. We want to get to know you. Colonel Buckshot was. So what vehicle type, year, model was that trans sideways? It's a Dodge Journey, I believe.
Pentastar
2015.
And it has the I forgot the transmission, but it's the 6-speed transmission. 6T. I don't know. Transmission and me don't get along. Same. Like I said, it's just been a transmission.
But it was a Dodge Journey. It was a Dodge Journey.
The transmission on the Honda kicked my butt, and it's still not.
Alice is just not a transmission guy, but he doesn't have any interest in it because I'm like, why don't you just learn it like you learn everything else?
I don't want to learn it.
Now, manual transmission, he the man. He can do those.
Because I'm interested in manual. I love manual transmissions.
Well, every doctor got their specialty.
Yeah, you're
You know
right.
what I'm saying? So,
Automatic is not my specialty.
you gotta send them a referral.
Definitely.
Life of
refer
JR
it out.
says, are the newer year Tahoe any good? Like 23 and 24 year models?
No. Depending on what engine you get. I think
Which
Cadillac.
is a shame because GM know how to make the truck so sexy.
Yes, they do.
And it's like, that Cadillac or that Tahoe, that Suburban looks
I don't
good.
know if they came with the diesel option. If it was me, guys, if I had to choose an Escalade, I'll get the Escalade with that inline 6 Duramax.
Well, what's wrong with the Tahoe though?
It's the Escalade.
Same thing?
Yes.
Oh.
It comes with the 5.3 LT engine and the 6.2 LT engine, which this is the same thing as
the Tahoe, the
Cadillac.
Suburban, the Yukon, and the Cadillac got the same stuff.
Engine. Same engine.
I don't know. I just thought maybe because it was Tahoe, it might be a step down or something.
Nope, it's not a step down. They use the same exact engine.
They make them look good.
5.3 is the same as the 6.2. It's just smaller, but same components. If you look at them side by side, be like, which one is the 6.2 and which one is the 5.3? You can only tell by looking at the numbers on the side.
Pat's Garage
you can mismatch them too.
I do swaps all the time, but I guess I'll try. Yeah, man, you definitely should.
Oh yeah, if you're familiar with doing swaps and your fabrication game is on, up there, you got it.
Joe says, my 2009 Yukon XL has the dreaded lifter tick coming from the passenger side. I installed the AFM bypass and the tick goes away after idling for about 5 minutes. How dire is it to have a lifter job done, or can it wait a little while?
If you wait a little while, you're gonna start chewing up into your cams, and keep neglecting it. The cam is gonna get chewed up so bad it's gonna start sending big metal shavings through your engine, and you're gonna start doing bottom end damage and things like that, scarring up your bearings, reducing the lifespan of your engine because now your bearings are all scarred up. So, and the oil pump is, metal shaving, scarring up the inside of the oil pump. It can just get real nasty if you don't see about it right away. The truck will just start destroying itself from the inside out.
I don't know. But then his year probably don't make the year that they sued and won.
Yeah, no, he don't. He don't fall under any type of extended warranties or anything like that. And that's the LS engine. That's
try to get it done as soon as you can, Joe. I know stuff is shaking. Did the government shut down today or not? I don't even know. The people out here just, man,
doing what they want to do.
We got to try to survive, man. Pat's Garage says, LOL, you too funny. Pockets on decline. I do not like my pockets on decline. Okay, if I'm gonna decline my pocket, let me do it. Let me spend the money. Let me buy something. Let me get my husband a part or something for his little.
I would like that a lot.
Jacob Echeverria says, getting into car/mechanic. You'd be a great mentor. I'm glad I found your channel. Nice. Thank you. Yeah. Actually, so again, new stuff on the channel, the merch and all that's coming is actually to help fund. We're gonna start a 501(c). I hope I said that right. Because we're trying to get kids to come in, maybe like a Saturday meetup once a month, and just teach mechanics. Because Alex was a
trouble kid,
behavioral challenged child when he was little, and the kid
was off the chain.
The teachers focused more on his behavior, and they didn't let him do what he was good at, working with his hand. It really was no outlet for that back then. When in our era, it was no YouTube, and
it kind of still not an outlet. And this trade can make you a lot of money, especially if you start young. And I just want to get to the youth, keep them out of trouble, teach them a trade, something they can have for the rest of their life.
Because you got kids that suck at school, but that's because they're not interested.
I know one now that's trying to drop out.
He's not interested?
Yeah, you know who I'm talking about.
I don't know, but
I'm not gonna name no name. I'm just naming their first.
I don't know right now, but
I pick up their daughter every day.
Oh yeah. And so he would definitely benefit from.
I'm gonna bring him in because he's very interested. He's stayed up all night just playing video games and not doing nothing, throughout the day.
So right now, Alex does still mentor people, but we want to at least get 10 to 12 teens in there, or even adults on separate days. Well, we could just let them come in here and tinker with stuff and find their groove. So when you see us start channel memberships and stuff, that type of content will be over there and stuff like that. And because that channel membership is going to help fund, I want everybody to have their own little toolboxes and stuff like that. And fancy, just Harbor Freight or Amazon. And, every time they come in Saturday, they can get their box and get started, whether that be, I got a body guide. We can do paint. We can do all kind of stuff. So
we got a plan.
Yeah, we do. We're going to try to bring that in there. So thank you for saying that, Jacob. Alex is a great teacher. Timothy Starr says, PO 171 and PO 174 on an 04 Chevy Tahoe with flex fuel.
Let's see what the code description is, because I don't remember off the top of my head.
PO 171.
I've seen that code before.
It is O2 sensor.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like. Fuel trim system 2 lean. Okay, and I'm assuming the 174 is bank 2.
And he's got an 04. That's one of the good ones right there.
Yes, that's the real good one. So it looks like he has lean on both bank 1 and bank 2. So basically what you have going on is the vehicle. First of all, we have to understand the code. To understand the code, we need to know 2 terms: system too rich and too lean. Too rich is getting too much fuel and not enough air. Too lean is getting too much air and not enough fuel. It's a couple of things that can make your vehicle run too lean. This goes across the board. This doesn't have anything to do with vehicle specific. Too lean is one that's common is unmetered air. All the air that's entering in the vehicle needs to be metered by the mass airflow sensor. And if any air is getting in past the airflow sensor, it'll show up as a lean code, meaning a vacuum leak, a bad purge valve, bad gasket, bad intake boot got a crack in it. Things like that could cause vacuum leaks. You really have to run a smoke test to see what's going on there. Another thing that can cause system 2 lean that comes to mind is low fuel pressure. Stopped up fuel filter, which that truck does have a fuel filter. Weak fuel pump, not putting out the proper pressure. There's something else. Those are the 2 most common ones. Oxygen sensors, I normally don't see that causing lean codes. I think I've seen mass airflow sensors. But yeah, them the 2 things that come to mind. I can't think of the rest right now. So just run with that.
Start there and see. All right, Pat's Garage says, I own my own shop also. I love your vids. Leave the Dodgers alone. I leave my Dodgers alone.
Hey, man, I love the Dodgers. They keep me in business.
Popular to, we like Dodge. Yes. I mean, if I didn't drive my VW, I would buy a Dodge Charger.
The SRT, though.
Correct. Or, I would rock with a Pentastar if I didn't have enough money, honestly.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with a Pentastar. I just, it comes in.
That's an award-winning engine. Maybe that's another video.
I always tell my people, I'd rather know my demons than to not to.
I would pick a Pentastar over anything else on the market, honestly.
Hey, I like Wranglers.
There you go.
A Dodge is a Dodge, no matter if it's Chrysler, Fiat now, the Jeeps, all the Dodge, all that stuff is
I know Chrysler and Dodge the same thing. I still don't want no Chrysler though. I don't know why. I just I don't know.
It's weird.
Burbs82 says, any thoughts on a 2017 Lincoln MKZ and up?
I don't see too many of them in my shop. I know the MKZs. I think they still run the little 2-liter EcoBoost. I know some of them look turbocharged. They may have switched it up on me. I have to see what engine is in that car, but
a lot of electrical components though.
Yeah, it is. And I see them electrical components going out. But the drivetrain, it's pretty fair. It is a luxury car with a lot of electrical components. I'll be concerned about the electronics more than anything. Because if that go out, your comfort features will start to not work anymore, and you kind of get annoyed by that. So I'll say that's the only thing to really look out for, and make sure that car is well maintained, because if it is a turbocharged engine, you're going to want to make sure it has good service records on it, dealing with oil changes and proper service.
All right. Let us know if you get it. Says, are you guys gonna get ready to start working on the new EVs?
No. I work on hybrids. That's as far as I go. Total electric vehicles is like automatic transmissions with me. I don't care to learn total electric, because to me that's not the future. Total electric.
I think hybrid is.
Yes, plug-in hybrid is the future, because you have the beauty of having EV, but if you forget to plug it up in the
That would be
forget
me.
to plug it up, or if you have it plugged up and you have a power outage, okay, what do? The whole block is knocked out,
I
and
didn't think about that.
you can't get to work in the next day, because you're gonna call your boss. Well, my power went out. Boss gonna be like, "What the heck did that got to do with you getting to work?" Well, I don't want to hear that. You fired. Something like that. We don't want that. So a plug-in hybrid, if you forget to charge it up, crank it up on the gasoline engine, and it turns into a regular hybrid. It'll switch from electric to gas. You just won't have the full electric range, total electric. So that's why I think that's the future. Very convenient.
Cool. Time will tell.
Yes, time will tell.
Oh,
and I'm gonna look back on these videos and I'm like, look, guys, I'm
I said it.
I'm gonna pull this clip. I said it.
Junior says, will non-ethanol gas? I think we answered
Yes,
that
we did.
already.
And this car got a lot of miles.
Ryan says, no, non-car question. Did Mr. or Mrs. Car Doctor decide to start a YouTube channel? Really enjoy the content. Thanks.
I think I did. I had to grab my wife on board.
I don't think it went that though.
Yes, it did. I've been putting out YouTube videos.
Okay, see, this what happened. Boom. Let me tell you how it happened. He put out a YouTube video a long time ago, just one. And I was
on two.
Okay, two. We get okay.
I had a car running off of gas fumes, and I had my first 350, my Ford.
Okay. I'm gonna get him them two videos, but it been a 10-year gap or whatever since he had posted that. And I was on my YouTube one day just looking. He had got a comment, and I was like, "Who the comment? What the comment on?" So I clicked the comment, and it was on that video. Then I said, "Oh wow, this video got 59,000 views. 59,000 people saw this. We should start filming stuff." So it was really me who pushed it forward.
Of course.
But he had an idea a long time ago to post, but the consistency and we're gonna do this and this, that's me.
My idea, but she the pusher woman.
I'm your pusher. I ain't gonna sing the lyrics to that real song.
Y'all look it up.
David Singleton. I have a 92 Lexus ES 300, 161,000 miles. The other day, it randomly cut itself off and back on by itself. Alternator and battery are good. It's been a week and it has not done it again. Any suggestions?
That is a old Lexus. First off, what comes to mind, now this may be wrong, of course, so take it with a grain of salt. You have a loose connection somewhere. It sounds like as you was riding down the road or something, and maybe hit something or something vibrated and it lost connection and everything went off. So check the condition of your battery terminals. If they look all rusted or corroded out, or if you can grab the terminal in and wiggle it like that, you need to change it out. You shouldn't be able to wiggle it side to side. It shouldn't have any play in it. It should be nice and firm. Nice and tight, nice and firm, making a great connection. If it moves, you need to change out your battery terminal ends. I've seen that happen before. Just have someone look at the whole electrical system, because this is an old vehicle. That car has probably been subjected to rodents, squirrels, rats, chipmunks, all that stuff get in engine bays and set up nests. So something could have crawled up in there and start chewing on wires, and something could have touched briefly, and and shut everything down, I would suggest getting it looked at because you don't want to have a fire hazard on your hands.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Castro Jackie says, "Hey guys, I just wanted to say I'm thankful for y'all for the helpful guidance you guys gave me about my Chevy Cruze back in 2022.
Wow.
I've learned so much about my car and made me more comfortable learning about mechanics because of you guys. Thank you so much for being really great, honest people."
My pleasure. This is why
Aww.
I do this, for people like you. It warms my heart when I can help people, especially from afar, because I'm truly a helpful guy and I just want to help everybody in the world. And that's another
The best
reason I
we
make
can, the
these
best we can.
videos.
And then, well, speaking of that, these live stuff is helping people. I see 34 people in here. Okay, out of the 2 platforms, I should at least have 35 likes. So if you asking questions and this man answering, hit the like button so that the algorithm can say, "Hey, these people are helping people with their car." You know what I'm saying? That's free. It's free to do that. Boop. That's it. I'm just saying, no, you don't have to, but I would appreciate it. Thank you to the 2 people that just hit the like button. Thank you very much. Alan said he gonna pull up. Pat Scarride say, "See how he be in 2 months. Mine's always start good. Workers then get comfortable and watching your pockets, then it affects their work." I'm telling you.
Yes.
But see, Pat, they don't want to sign up for the $5,000 rent we got to pay. Nope. Okay, they don't want to sign up for the times where
$10,000 in monthly expenses.
Okay, I was just counting all the bills today.
It got on my nerves.
It's 21 bills at the shop. We didn't even talk about my house. So okay, if you want to match my pockets, then you can put in on this and we can split. And sometimes you split zero. Sometimes as a business owner. So
it's rough.
I definitely get what you're saying, but I'm always praying and trying to stay positive. Send me somebody. Paul P says CT checking in. What's up, folks? What's up, nice. Paul?
What's happening?
Ruben says, and this is to you, gentlemen, with the 06 Prius. Says on that 06 Prius, you want to keep an eye out for catalytic converter, specifically if it's a hybrid.
Oh, definitely. That's what I'm talking about. Sounds like a hybrid if it's a Prius. That's all it comes to mind.
Yes.
Ain't all Priuses hybrid? From my understanding, they are.
Hey, all my fellow mechanics, check in. Let us know what you do. Help out. You know what I'm saying? We don't know everything.
Somebody got a VW Jetta.
Oh, wow.
VW. Slightly newer than mine.
Robert Mosby says, VW Jetta 06 disconnected battery to charge and when reconnected. And now airbag light on and passenger headlamp assembly acts as it has a short. 204,000 miles. Fix it or sell it. Also, vehicles burns minimal. I think he's saying minimum oil. I'm not sure, Robert, but I'm going to try to make it. Burns oil, smoke heavy, black when warmed up, and taking right turns after stop. I'm going to say right there, go on and sell it.
unless it's a diesel, then fix it. You got a gem on your hand. But
if it's a TDI.
If it's a TDI, I'll hold on to it for sure. If it's a gas burner, just time to sell, old girl.
Right. He says he's coming in from Charlottesville, Virginia, down south. I like it. Ruben says, love you guys. Work on cars every day and relate to everything you do.
Nice. Appreciate
them GM lifters would get you every single time, man. I'm telling you, man. That's why I was like, man.
Even if they do sometimes, they'll still get you.
We got to put a pause on working on those. Let's reevaluate for the next 90 days and see what's best for the business. Since we're short on, I ain't going to say we short on help, but it's like we need more help. We need more quality techs working. We are hiring. So if you're in the Atlanta area or somewhere around here, come see me. We do working interviews, meaning you come in. I'm gonna read your resume and I'm gonna check your references, but I'm gonna put you to work for 3 days. I'm gonna pay you. But if you can't cut it, I can't hire you. So come on through, tell your mama, tell your daddy, whoever work on car. All right. I missed you. Okay, Jose says Tahoe. We call them hoes when they break down. Hey, I saw a really funny TikTok. This Tahoe did something part funny or something. So the person, mean-spirited person, decided to cut the T off the emblem, and they said a hoe. He was like, "This is what you are because you post because you park stupid or something crazy like that." Man. People crazy. It says Nathaniel says, "Have you heard of problems with the Outlander Sport?"
Depending on what year, Mitsubishi is one of my top picks for a cheaper alternative vehicle. No, I don't see many in the shop at all. I did buy one from the auction, a newer one, and it has a CVT issue. I was going to try to rebuild it. Um, try. I think it'll be a success because CVT, after doing some research, it looks simple. It's not much going on in it like an automatic transmission. So
Maybe we should
it'll be a
film it.
success.
Alex tries to rebuild a CVT.
Yeah, write down in the comments if let me know if y'all want to see me attempt to do that.
Yeah,
I
let's
may
do it.
pass, I may fail.
I don't know.
We'll see.
We're gonna film it all, but I vote for the Outlander with the especially, but the older ones especially, but the newer ones they may have CVT issues.
Yeah.
Renault Brown says Astro and Safari are hell to work on. It's tight in there.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
it is. It's got a little the 4.3. I've never had any issues. I guess I know the little tricks to get around to get around on everything. When it comes to spark plugs, I go through the wheel wells. Once you remove the doghouse, you have access to everything you need. I've never have really had issues working on Astro vans per se. I'm just very used to vans. I've spent a good deal at U-Haul, and all they had is vans. So my first time doing vans, it's like, oh my gosh, I hate vans. But now that I'm used to them and been around them, they all right. They're a pleasure.
Mm. Willie says, "Hello guys, I have a 2011 Dodge Charger, and my inner tire continues to wear where wires are showing. What caused this? Please help."
So, the Chargers, they can suffer from a couple of things that come to mind. But most likely you have loose suspension components. In the one that comes to mind the most, that's neglected the most, if your tie rods are tight, you have a strut suspension bar. It's got a weird name to it. I call it it's like a lower control arm. It bolts to the front of the frame. My bad.
You know when you be talking with your
Then
hand, I get
it
out the
comes
way.
back to the knuckle. So it's like a tension strutter. I can't think of the name of it right now, but it develops play, and that'll cause that. I've seen
like you need
loose
to do a
ball joints. Yeah,
shake down in the front
but
of
you
your
definitely
wheel.
have loose suspension components.
Sweet Tea said, "Hey y'all,
What's going on,
Sweet? What's
Sweet?
happening? What's going on?"
Sweet
When
tea.
anybody say y'all, I automatically say they
Yeah.
Southern, like we are. This thing. Life of JR said, I have a almost like a rattle sound in my 18 Durango 3.6. It goes away right after 20 miles per hour.
I would have to hear that specifically. Hit me up on Instagram and try to send me a video of it. I would like to hear that.
Let me see. Tia Sean, and there's a name I haven't seen in a while. How you doing? Says, "Hey, does it preserve a tranny if I put it in park or neutral when at a red light or at a stop for a duration of time?" Transmission. Does it
Oh, no. Automatic transmission is designed to stay in drive. Putting it in park and trying to take it out of gear will. I've researched this a while ago. You shouldn't do that. That'll most likely cause issues. I think it'll cause issues. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I read that. While at a light, do not put your car in neutral or park. Um, you know, it could be safety related too. I'm not going to get big into that right now, but it's just not a good idea. Let's just run with that.
Flacco 001 says, "It looks like I might have a rear main seal leak on my 2014 TL." Or is that TL?
Yeah,
TL. It has 93,000 miles. It is worth it to fix. How much would I be looking at roughly?
Yes, that Acura is definitely worth fixing. It's a Honda, man. I tell people to try to hold on to their Hondas as long as possible, especially if it's just a rear main seal. You need to have it properly diagnosed first, because you don't want to be throwing parts at it, because it only has 93,000 miles. 2014, it shouldn't have a rear main seal. leaking. You need to check the top, make sure everything is
Mm-hmm.
sealed up at the top, because what happens sometimes, a lot of mechanics will misdiagnose a problem because of this. They will ignore the top leaks, which is trickling down, getting inside the transmission crevices and making it look like the rear main seal leaking.
Mm-hmm.
And all it was is a valve cover gasket or something leaking in the valley, stuff like that. So yes, please get it properly checked out before you put a remain in it, because that's not really likely unless it came out the factory defective, and it's just now catching up with you. I've seen that with Chrysler. I think I put a rear main seal in a Jeep, a newer Jeep. I was like, wow, this thing shouldn't need a rear main seal. And after getting the transmission off, because I diagnosed it, it wasn't nothing leaking at top, and sure enough, it needed a rear main seal. And after getting it down, the rear main seal was in there sideways a little bit. It
Mm.
wasn't flush on. And of course, it's not going to leak straight out the factory, because, and if it's crooked, it's just going to cause premature failure on down the road, not right away. So, yeah, you could be in the same situation, premature failure from whatever reason from
Mm-hmm.
factory
Mm-hmm. Hopefully, and as far as the pricing, it has to be looked up on a
computer.
computer with
But
a labor guide, which we don't
it's
have because
it,
we don't live with you.
it's not cheap labor, because pulling a TEL front wheel drive transmission, it's labor intense. I'm not
Yeah,
even gonna lie to you.
the seal might be $10, but
Yeah.
the labor to do it
So
is
you should
expensive.
probably be looking at a probably under 1,500, just give or take. Uh, just a guesstimate right now, under 15.
Sweet Tea says, I'm finally giving my 98 Honda Passport with 188,000. Can I just say
Yeah.
188,252 miles to the junkyard? It has power steering or elite. There's a brand new, never used 16-inch spare on the back. I was offered 450.
Man, we
Man,
talked about this, sweet. Remember she was talking
I'm
about,
looking to get another Honda or Toyota. Which ones y'all suggest?
hey, whatever pleases you, because
Can't
you
lose. I
can't
mean, what's
lose.
the ones with the transmission issues?
All of them gonna have transmission issues if they're not taken care of. So, um, you just have to find one with good service records.
Rick,
Bro, appreciate you,
and
bro.
his brother give you $1. You so spoiled. Thank you for the super chat.
Thank you so much, man. I
All
really
right,
appreciate that.
always. Thank you. But yeah, I don't think anything's gonna let Sweet down when it comes to
Yeah,
Honda or Toyota,
it just
especially.
now, if you're in the used market, you have to be careful who you're buying a used vehicle from, especially if you're going personal sales, like private sales. Some of these people out here shisty, and they done got some bad news about that said car, and it only have a matter of time till something majorly happens, and now they're trying to unload it. So I would go to a reputable dealership, or reputable dealership, or buy something new. I would actually keep my passport for a spare car. Just, your friend may need it, if it's especially if it's still run, and it sounds like it just have a power steering leak. Come on, don't junk it. I'm rooting for keeping it, because you know
It
you,
ain't that many miles. That's low
yeah,
miles
that's
for a
low
Honda.
miles.
For a Honda, that's low miles.
I would keep it as a spare car, because who to say your next car is not going to give you problems?
Or
And
if your cousin them need to borrow it, baby, you can get this passport,
yep,
take you anywhere you
you
want to
can
go.
stay out of my new car.
Right,
And
exactly.
I love you, but not love you that much. You jump in this passport, just put this power steering fluid in it if it gets hard to turn, or I wouldn't junk it. I would at least donate it to a family that's in need.
Do something
Um,
like that. Something
I
like
would bless somebody, with it, but I
that.
wouldn't junk it.
Don't junk it, Sweet. Please.
Y'all write that in the comments. Y'all
Tell
encourages this lady not to
tell
junk that
Sweet not to
passport.
junk it. It might be a dude. I don't know. Sweet Tea. Atia Shine says, have you guys seen the new Mustang GT? It's like 300,000 like dollars. Cause if it is, baby, I'll need to look. I don't need to
I'm not
look.
looking at it.
Jorge Hernandez says on a Jeep Grand Cherokee 3.6 V6, how do you know the camshaft intake or exhaust which side?
Okay, so the the exhaust camshaft is on the outer side. So, but on a V engine, you have different banks. You have bank one, bank two. Um,
V engine mean it's shaped like a
yeah,
V,
and
guys. For those of you, I just learned that. That's why I'm trying to help. You look, I learned
I
stuff.
forget which bank number, which is bank one, bank two. That doesn't matter with this question, but the exhaust side is going to be on the outer side, closest to the exhaust manifold, and the intake side is going to be in the inner side, closest to the intake manifold. So that's how you can tell on that. It's very easy. It's not hard. Hopefully, I answered that where you
Jorge.
where that way hopefully I answered it in a way you can understand. Let me know down in the comments if if you need me to explain it a little bit better.
Nebo Allen said, "Hey Pete's, this
Hey,
is actually my aunt.
we
You ever?
just got finished spending time with
Yeah,
her
we spent
today.
some time with her today. Think about it. You ever got? If you guys got an auntie that's retired, that's just be traveling,
Living the life.
living a life, and just give you candy and get that just boom boom. This the one.
Uh,
Hey auntie, how you doing tonight? Thinker outside the box says the charger question with the vibration. Check the motor mounts and the transmission mount. That's what I said.
yeah, you did say
Yeah.
that. I don't know what it's sometimes I don't be firing on all
Is
cylinders
your
at night.
misfire? Do I need to flick the check engine light for you?
No, I'm trying to pull it through.
Come on now. We was out there in the sun playing with children. That little toddler wore Alex out today.
All the toddlers did.
Yes, that one. Hi, John. What's up, buddy? Says, what's up, y'all? Big old appreciate y'all for what y'all do. I wanted to
Thank
know how would you go about keeping the valves clean on a GDI engine, specifically a 2017 Honda Accord Sport Earth Dreams DOHC dual overhead cam 2.4.
That's a good engine. I don't see too many Earth Dreams in my shop. Pretty unique name for it too. What you need to do, you need to take it to a shop that can professionally perform a fuel induction service on that vehicle. If you tried yourself, that's not recommended because it's a turbo engine and you can do some damage if you don't know what you're doing. They sell some GDI. GDI is basically direct injection cleaner. Direct injected engines, on top of the valves get really gunked up, and eventually, if you keep neglecting it and don't perform the service, that stuff will get rock hard and start causing some issues for you on down the road. Pieces of the carbon, that rock hard carbon, could dislodge and get down in the combustion chamber, start scarring up your cylinder walls, causing low compression, causing engine codes. It goes on, the issues it can cause. So it's very important with a direct injected engine, you do a fuel induction service. Heck, I would say be on the extreme with it. I normally tell people about 30,000 miles, but with direct injected engines, at least 15 to 20,000 miles, you need to be doing a fuel induction service on it if you're planning on keeping that vehicle. If it's leasing or if you're planning on getting rid of it sometime in the near future, don't even bother. Let the next person worry about it. But if you're keeping it for the long run, definitely 15 to 20,000 miles. Get a professional fuel induction service done. Can't go wrong.
Ruben Mato says, "Gotta love the ABS modules on the Ford Escape, etc."
I haven't seen too many of them. He probably got more experience than me with those.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't really see too many Escapes. Period. Like really.
I see them. Sometimes they be ragged out.
Yeah. By the time we get to them, baby, just throw the whole car away. Really down. Really. Ruben, let us know. Like you working for a shop, you got your own shop.
Yeah, let us know.
We love to connect with other fellow mechanic people. Again, guys, if you're in the chat and you got your question answered and it was helpful to you, or you just plain old love Alex the Car Doctor, hit the like button so the algorithm can push this live and get more people on and help get their car questions answered. And I can't forget about Speed Mechanic X. How do I?
That's a good name.
Right, I know, right? How do I know if I got a slightly bent valve?
If you have a slightly bent valve, that engine is gonna be misfiring all the time. Just the slightest bent valve is not going to cause that valve to seat properly against the valve seats, and it will lose compression, and you will be throwing a specific misfire on that particular cylinder. So the best way to know if you have bent valves is to do a cylinder leak down test. That's basically putting pressurized air, making sure both of the valves are in the closed position, putting pressurized air in that particular cylinder, and listening at the intake side for air leaks or the tailpipe for air leaks. If you have leaking from the tailpipe, that means exhaust valves are bent. Vice versa with the intake.
Awesome. Hope that was helpful too. You got Keith up in here with the super chat. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so
He
much,
says,
Keith.
I said hit the like
Appreciate
button. He
that.
came through with the super chat. That's what I'm talking about. Loose timing
Showing
chain
some love.
2.4 Ecotech. Should I repair the minimum or get the deluxe kit with the pump, solenoid, sprockets? I ain't even got to finish reading it because he gonna tell you to.
Get the deluxe.
There you go.
It's best if you're gonna, especially if you plan on keeping this car, do the deluxe. If you're just tired of the vehicle, if you're just trying to get it fixed so you can sell it, get the bare minimum. But you may be the type of person that plan on keeping the car, which I suggest, because once you go in there, everything is accessible. Water pump, the gears, everything is accessible. And once you do this to this car, it should last you another 100 to 200,000, well, 100 to 150,000 miles. Because I see these problems all the time out of these 2.4 Ecotechs. Realistically, another 100,000 miles. Because I always tell people with these Ecotech engines, if you just bought that car, always get them checked out. Make sure they don't have chain failure. Just pull the valve cover and just inspect the chain. If it has any type of wear or slack in it or broken component, just replace it.
Awesome. Hope that was helpful. Auntie says, I thought I suggested you do live. You did. I mean, what? We ain't taking no credit away from you. All right. We appreciate you. Says Dario says, I agree. Mr. Alec has the personality that makes him a great teacher. Bless his heart.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yes, he is. He teach everybody how to drive pretty much. And, you know.
My daughter giving me a hard time. She ain't listening to me.
I think because y'all got the same learning style, but you got a different teaching style. So, because I took her out,
girl,
she can drive. Wait a minute, she can drive. She's got
I
her
taught
permit.
her good.
But right now, she's learning how to do the GPS, and multitasking is not her thing. But we did it the other day, and she did great
with the GPS. Yeah, because of me just forcing her.
Sometimes Mama gotta come in and
I'm gonna let you take off. She don't got on my nerve. That rarely happens.
Eric Aaron Jr. says, "Good afternoon."
Oh, Snellville.
Snellville, that's next door. What's going on?
Happening?
How about them Falcons, man? I don't know.
Boo.
Maurice Townsend Jr. says, what do y'all think about the 5.0 Coyote engines?
They're great engines. My auntie Vanessa, her husband have one in his truck. And I don't see them in my shop. They pretty solid. And you got to think, guys, I don't see them in my shop. So what that means is the people with these Mustang GTs with the Coyote engines is dogging the crap out of them, and they just keep kicking and keep going. They great powerhouses if you got a GT, or if it's in the pickup truck, they're great for pulling. I will own one, to be honest with you, but I'm just too much. I'm not a Ford. I'm not that type of engine guy. I like a good overhead valve engine versus a dual overhead cam engine, meaning that engine does have a drawback. It pulls a lot of power. It's very sophisticated, but it does have those timing chains, and it has a lot of moving parts. The more moving parts you put in the engine, the more things that's prone to failure. That's why I like simplicity. Overhead valve is one little small chain. It's very old school, reliable. Unless you start adding stuff like DOD and this crazy stuff. But
did you mention internal water pump already?
I don't think that has it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll say go for it. I love the Coyotes.
I mean, you're gonna come into some with any engine, but my top ones is Coyote and Pentastar. Honestly,
what the
engines? Period.
Oh, what you talking about? Your pick?
Yeah, my picks would be the Coyote.
My pick is always going to be an old school LS engine. That's the 5.3, the 6-liter. Yeah, anything.
Yeah, but you're speaking as a mechanic. I'm speaking as a consumer that wants something new.
I got
Pentastar, Coyote. I like
them. Okay. I got that to say.
All right. Yvonne says, I have a 2014 Infiniti that won't get out of first gear, but True Auto says it's not the transmission. What could it be?
Wrong person. I'm sorry. I don't do transmission. But if he says not the transmission, it's hard to take other people's word for it, other mechanics. Get a second opinion. because they
Try
may
to go
not
to a
know.
transmission shop.
But he's True Auto.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like they're general.
What's True Auto? Let me see.
Yeah,
Let me
it
look
seems
up.
like they're just a general tech mechanic spot that do a wide variety of things. It's not coming out of first gear. Yeah, I'm not the
Oh, that's
person.
right here in Decatur. And they got good reviews.
Wow, they excellent.
So
Seven
if they say,
5-star, 700 reviews. Wow, this place is
I mean, it looked
seems
like it looked
legit.
good. But here's my question: if they said it's not the transmission, then what is?
Well, what did they say?
What
Like
they
they
said
just
what?
said, "Oh, here's your keys. It's not the transmission."
I don't know.
Let us know some more information on that
Yeah,
car.
yeah. But if
What's the check engine light? Does it have a check engine light?
seems like too, they may be a general.
They definitely a general automotive shop.
I would go to a
How,
transmission
how
shop.
was your service with them? I'm looking for other good shops that I can refer people to because I can't take all the business and no way. I
Sometimes we
like to
get bogged
refer.
down.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like to refer people to different places, and I want to know if they're pretty good so I can start referring people to True Auto.
David says, "Thank you for your advice on the 92 Lexus ES300. I've had the car 4 years, bought from the original owners.
Wow.
Not rodents or nests. I usually repair my own cars, but this one had me confused. It still could be a loose connection somewhere.
I'm thinking loose connection. What's good is no rodents. Normally, you'll know if rodents in your vehicle because they'll leave trails of droppings or ripped tissue and just debris, funny debris.
Yeah, we've seen that a few times. Ruben says, "Me and my wife live." Oh, I think he's saying they love you. I'm a master tech. We going out there on vacation. Might have a new tech. Come on down.
Oh, yes, please.
Hey, I pay you great.
Yeah.
Okay, I ain't scared to pay. All right, because I know if I pay you and take care of you, you're gonna take care of your business and then help me take care of my business.
Facts.
I share profits. I get commissions.
We show the love.
I celebrate your birthday. We have a whole party at lunch for my employees. Like, it's really a family oriented shop. Just not just we're husband and wife, but we care about you. So I mean, for real now, you come on, move on to Atlanta. You won't be the first one. Otis says, "Yes, sir. Make that video about the CVT transmission. It might become your biggest video."
My biggest flop.
Ruben says, "Torque strut on that 2011 Charger."
I think that's what it is.
Torque strut.
Yeah, that's like that bar looking thing. Torque strut.
All right.
I think that's what it's called.
Daquan says, "Hey, I'm Quan. I have a 06 Charger. I drive it for 5 minutes, then it won't start back up."
He may have like a crank sensor problem. Yeah, crank sensor problem. I did say that. I need more information. Do you have any check engine lights on? Yeah, I need more if you have any check engine lights.
More info. Willie says, "Thank you. I was told it was my lower ball joints. I'm sorry, it's on the rear of my Dodge Charger to be more specific."
Oh, okay.
He's talking about his wear and his tires.
Yeah, you still can have
suspension, yeah.
Because that vehicle has independent rear suspension, meaning you have a whole bunch of control arms that the rear that one rear wheel can move independently from the rest versus a solid rear axle that's normally found on your Mustangs, your old school cars, things like that. You have a solid axle and they don't move independent from each other.
So suspension work. It'll kill your tires every time. We have a video on what it's called, "What Your Tires Are Telling You." It's on the channel. It's kind of old. It's like 2 or 3 years old, so you may have to scroll down, but it can give you more information about different wear patterns. It kind of points you in the right.
It's a pretty good one.
It's a good video. A lot of people like it, so check that out in your spare time if you got the time. Ruben says, "I always start at the valve covers before condemning the oil pan gasket or an oil
filter housing.
Do 3.6 Chrysler suck with the oil filter housing?"
Yes, it does.
All the time.
If it has that plastic one, it's bad. My great mother-in-law, she had a Charger, that older Charger that your sister got now. She took it to a shop. I don't know. We're probably mad at each other or something. No. She took it to another shop.
No, she just, because we're so far from her that time.
I think it was another
She
reason.
took it. Babe, if she was mad, she wouldn't have brought it. She ain't gonna eat no crow.
No, it was later on.
She ain't coming home. She took it to the shop. They said it was
the rear main seal.
We got it, and it's
the
oil cooler was leaking so bad.
The oil cooler will leak in the valley, and it has a drain hole in the valley that drain any excess liquid like water, designed for water, and it will leak down into the transmission bell housing and make it look like it's the rear main seal, leaking oil.
Linda says, we're appreciative of your willingness to enlighten us. Thanks much. You're welcome, Miss Linda.
My pleasure, Miss Linda.
That's why we do it. Otis Shelley says, O2 RAM 4.7 sometimes shuts off when coming to a complete stop. Vacuum gauge reads 15 HG at idle. Any suggestions on what to check?
RAM. I'm not up to speed with my vacuum gauge readings. I studied it once before, but I just never used it in the real world. I should, because vacuum readings can tell you a lot. Just want to throw that out there. But with my experience with them 4.7s on those old Rams, you have an idle air control valve that's probably gunked up, or the throttle body is gunked up. So the first thing I would try is to clean the throttle body with some carburetor cleaner or something like that. Spray it down there, get your toothbrush, get it nice and clean. Take out the idle air control valve and do the same thing. Clean that up real good, and that should solve your issue. Because I'm pretty sure the check engine light is not on. And normally when they just stall out like that, when they're trying to, come into a stop, that's normally what I see on those particular motors. So hopefully that helps.
Brendan, make it happen. That's my favorite name. Make it happen, Rogers. My guys. Hey, y'all. What's up, Brendan?
Going on?
Ben says you could use the exploring program through the Boy Scouts of America to allow young people to learn about the industry. I would definitely look into that. Thank you for that input. I guess
just reach out to them.
I didn't even think Boy Scouts of America have that. I don't know. I've never knew anyone in Boy Scouts.
Exploring program.
They have an exploring program.
I didn't know.
Interesting. We'll definitely do
Thank
that.
you.
Thank you. Hot Sizzle TV says, Nissan Central CVT transmission. How much do you charge to install one? Call the shop, boo, because we have to, quote giving is not something that someone would know off the top of their head. Because we do a wide range of.
Yeah. Now, if we was brand specific, of course, we'll be able to call it out for you. We're pretty much good at when calling it out for the Pentastars because we work on so
much all the time.
We can be like, boom, that's that, boom, that's this. But when it comes to CVTs and other brands that we don't see often, we do see CVTs often, but most of my customers get turned away because with the CVTs, I don't do used transmissions for two reasons. First of all, this is a major problem. And putting a used one in there, that car
be right back in the same situation.
Or the same situation as soon as I put it in. That's going to cause a lot of problems, with the warranty. You may have to pay again coming out of pocket. With a new transmission, we put it in there. We know it's going to work. It comes with great warranties across the board, but it's going to cost, unfortunately, for a new one or a remanufactured one.
So call the shop. If you don't know the number, Google Alex the Car Doctor. It'll pop up. Miss Shan can do you up a nice quote, email it to you, text it to you.
My nose cleared up. I was stuffy earlier. Ooh.
Tico, hi. Hey, Tico, how you doing tonight?
Tico, what's happening? I like the name.
Tico.
Gomez.
At Sizzle TV says, I might need to locate a used train. We were just talking about that. Nobody wants to rebuild one. Why is that?
Warranty. No one wants to be responsible for the warranty because they just going out left from right. It's a good chance you rebuild it, it works. Then a month or two on down the road, or the short period within the warranty frame, it goes out again. So they're stuck having to keep rebuilding over and over and over again, and they're going to start losing money because warranty work doesn't pay, and you end up sending yourself out of business if you keep having to do warranty work. So that's why.
Susios. My buddy has an 06 2.7 V6 Charger. The lights on the dash comes on, and the battery is good.
Somebody outside?
I don't know. Let me see.
Let me go investigate.
Oh, okay. 1 second. That's our daughter.
Oh,
She knows we on live,
yeah. I don't know
girl.
why she disturbing
It's
us.
crazy. Matter of fact, we do gotta respect the clock anyway. So
Yeah.
this probably gonna be our. I'm gonna try to say, hey to Uncle Marks. Hi from Manitoba, Canada. It's 50 degrees and raining here. Winter must be in the air.
The 2.7.
I know. I'm finna go back. I just seen Uncle Marks and want to jump straight to him and tell him what's up. He says, my buddy has an 06 2.7 charger. The lights on the dash comes on and the battery is good. When I turn the key, it doesn't crank. How would you go about that? How would you go about with your diagnosis?
Does it turn over? We need to understand. It sounds like a dude out there.
Yes, it's her friend.
Oh, okay.
See how he went into
I'm gonna get my bag. I'm back to it. Sorry, guys. I don't like hearing other dude voices. It put me on alert. Like, I don't know other dudes.
It's her friend. It was her homecoming date. He came by to bring her some Wendy's. Okay. Hey, we have a beautiful daughter. Hey, look at him.
I'm sorry, guys.
He throw it off now, huh?
Yeah. All right. So how would I go about diagnosing that? I would need to know the certain terminology. Is it turning over, or turning over meaning the start engaging the engine and cranking it over, or is not saying nothing at all. If it's not saying nothing at all, I will automatically start looking into the starter, start running diagnostic checks on that, check the relay, check fuses. But before, sometime I just skip straight to the starter. And I will manually try to jump it, make sure it's getting 12 volts. The starter is getting 12 volts all the time. It's the job of the relay, that small wire that's going to the starter, to jump the relay to actually make it engage.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I will start by checking that. Hopefully that helped. I got thrown off. I can say my original stuff.
He is a true father. He one of them shotgun fathers. Yeah. Thank you for answering my question. Did a compression test and I got 150 on all cylinders. Vehicle is an 08 2.7 charger. I have to scroll back up and remember what he had.
Speed mechanics.
Speed mechanic. Where do you say? Where do you go? I should have started that one. Dang it, Speed. See if you can re-put it in the chat. I'll try to drop down to the bottom. There. Yes, all the way up here. I'll try to drop down to the bottom. Coach says, big fan from Russia.
Oh,
what's
nice.
happening, man? We thank you so much, man. It's
thank you for the
you know what though?
Way up in Russia. That's amazing.
It still be like, I'm like, Russia for real? Y'all be up there? We love it. We love it. South Africa, everywhere. We thank you so much because we such a small channel on YouTube, and it's like, but and within those 30,000 people be watching. Okay. Ruben says 3.6 Pentastar. Oh, wait a minute. I skipped one. Ivan says, on average, how much is they replace the timing belt? Depends on the year, make, model, but I would range anywhere from up to $600.
I'll say from the low end of 3 on up to about, from the high end, maybe 1,000 or something on the average car. Of course, some cars go way up there.
Depends on
but it just depends.
Year, make, and model.
Between 3 and to 1,000 on average.
Ruben says 3.6 Pentastar oil filter housing. Easy money. Is.
I love it.
Also did a water pump on a Toyota minivan this week, and it paid 13.5 if I'm not mistaken.
Sheesh.
That's what I'm saying. But back to you, Uncle Marks. I ain't ready for that kind of weather, baby. I don't
50.
Mike P gonna be my last one because that's my dude right there. He be on here every live almost.
Yeah, he a big supporter. I really appreciate that.
Maurice says the 5.3 is a very good motor. I had a 2003 Tahoe and never had a problem out of it. I did all the maintenance myself, and my Tahoe never put me on side of the road. Yeah, them 03s era, that was good.
That's why I got this van with the LS 6-liter in it. Same thing as the 5.3. Pre-DOD stuff was amazing. It's hard to kill those things. They're tanks. The only way you kill them is just run them out of oil. Develop an oil leak, not paying attention, you destroy it.
Mike P said, good evening, folks. Trying to find a leak in my 200. You and this dog on 200. Front and rear passenger carpets are soaked. Jeez. It's not coolant. What happens after very hard rain? No sunroof, no blotches by front windshield. Could be the AC drainage.
He said after every time it
hard
rains,
rain.
hard rain.
Okay, sometimes that door panel, you know what I'm talking about?
Them
Remember
seals.
them seals in the door?
Uh,
Sometimes I've seen that happen too.
well, yeah, especially if you have been a victim of locking your keys in the car and people using inappropriate tools to stick down in there could have damaged your door seals.
Yeah, but
so
what if we
check your door seals.
And he said passenger and no, he says front and rear passenger. So that's one that's the same side.
Yeah, front and rear passenger. Yeah, that's on the passenger side.
It's got to be.
What I would do if I was you, this is what we did at the dealership and everywhere, and I still do this. Takes two people. Get in the vehicle with a flashlight. Have a buddy drench the car with a water hose, or take it through one of those automated car washes. It's one person job then. So while it's going through the car wash, get on the passenger side with your flashlight and just start looking around as the thing is going through the car wash. That's a good way to
do it like
diagnose that leak. That's one of the only good ways because a car wash mimics heavy rain.
Pressure.
Yes. And they hit it with a pressure washer, drizzling stuff. It's a big show in a car wash. I always love going through the little automated car washes.
I would think I was, you know what, when you was a kid, you
used to be scared of that stuff. I'm gonna take Autumn through it.
Oh no, that toddler is a gangster. She gonna be probably like, what else?
She'll probably freak out.
Ruben says, I'll be out there from Florida very soon. Can't wait to meet y'all.
Oh,
hey,
nice.
Call us.
Come on, Ruben. I'm looking forward to
Come
meeting.
through. Let me know. If you come during lunchtime, we get some tacos and sit and chop it up with you for a little while. We love to meet people and stuff like that. But we're going to respect the clock, guys, because I got to go and fold and wash uniforms and stuff because I didn't do it this weekend.
Oh, gosh.
So we love you. We thank you for dropping by the Sunday Night Live. We will be back live next Wednesday to kind of keep our streak going.
And if anybody we missed, make sure y'all drop in the next live with your questions because we mixed quite a few. So we want to make sure.
Yeah, we missed the last couple of ones.
Yeah, we want to make sure we get everybody.
Yeah, but thank you guys for dropping by the live. Thank you guys for all the super chats. We appreciate it.
It was a pleasure to talk to you guys tonight. I really appreciate y'all for stopping in on y'all busy Sunday.
Praying for a better week. We'll let y'all know. Hope y'all have one too.
Alex the Car Doctor out. See you guys on the next one.
There you go. Taking my line. Bye, y'all.